First I get a glimpse of the blonde plait down her back. Then, as she yanks off her coat to cover a wailing child, I notice the ducktail formed by her untucked shirt. I have the same reaction I did the day Effie Trinket called her name at the reaping. At least I must go limp, because I find myself at the base of the flagpole, unable to account for the last few seconds. Then I am pushing through the crowd just as I did before.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a wholly remarkable book. It's been compiled and recompiled many times over many years and under many different editorships. It contains contributions from countless numbers of travellers and researchers. The introduction begins like this. Space, it says, is big, really big. You just won't believe how vastly, hugely, mind-bogglingly big it is.
Granny had put her clothes back on. She and Ben sat down on the sofa. Granny, before Mr. Parker turned up, you were telling me that there was one jewel that you never stole, Ben whispered. There is something quite special that every great thief in the world would love to get their hands on, but it's impossible. It just can't be done. I bet you could do it, Granny. You're the greatest thief the world has ever known. Oh, thank you, Ben. Perhaps I am, or rather, was.
Stanley remembered what Zero had said a few days ago. If Zero had just kept those shoes, then neither of them would be here right now. As Stanley stared at the glistening night sky, he thought there was no place he would rather be. He was glad Zero put the shoes on the parked car. He was glad they fell from the overpass and hit him on the head. When the shoes first fell from the sky, he remembered thinking that destiny had struck him.
My father once told me that Doc Spencer had been looking after the people of our district for nearly 45 years. He was over 70 now and could have retired long ago, but he didn't want to retire and his patients didn't want him to either. He was a tiny man with tiny hands and feet and a tiny round face. The face was as brown and wrinkled as a shriveled apple. He was some sort of elf, I used to think to myself each time I saw him, a very ancient sort of an elf,